First Dornish War and the dragon's wrath that followed it cost both the Dornish and House Targaryen dearly. Many thousands of Dornish men and women died, and the war cost the life of the Conqueror's most beloved queen, Rhaenys, as well as the right hand of his base-born half-brother and his best friend, Orys Baratheon. But the peace that was forged in its wake did last. After the end of that first Dornish war, the king accepted Dornish independence and swore to uphold it. As a show of respect, he flew to Sunspear on the 10th anniversary of the peace for a feast of friendship with House Martell, the Princess of Dorne. His eldest son and heir, Prince Aenys, accompanied his father with Quicksilver, his young dragon. That peace, forged by Aegon and Daria, would last well into the reign of King Aenys, that is, until 37 AC. King Aenys was losing control of his kingdom and was faced with several uprisings at the same time. In the Vale, Lord Ronald Arryn's brother, Jonas Arryn, deposed him and declared himself king of the Vale. A religious uprising led by a warrior priest in the Iron Islands and in the Red Mountains of Dorne, a pretender dubbed the Vulture King had appeared and called on all true Dornishmen to rise against the Targaryens as revenge for the death and famine during the First Dornish War. Princess Daria denounced this Vulture King and assured King Aenys, House Martell, and the noble houses of Dorne had no part in this outlaw's cause. But thousands still flocked to his banner, swarming over the Red Mountains and into the Reach, where they began raiding all along the Dornish marches and the borders of the stormlands en masse. While the other uprisings across his kingdom were a concern to the king, the raiding in the Dornish marches was the most problematic, and it was feared by the king's advisors that if action was not taken, King Aenys risked further rebellion in the Stormlands. Although Princess Daria Martell had issued a declaration denouncing the rebels, some of the king's advisors, including the Dowager Queen Visenya Targaryen, felt that she may have been playing a double game and sending them money and supplies. But this is only speculation and will never be proven and can never be proven. But given the tricky nature of the Dornish and the tactics they have used in the past, it would not be a surprise if it were true. But hundreds of knights and thousands of spearmen flocked to this Vulture King's cause. But this large number made him reckless as he divided his strength time and time again. While he marched west against Nightsong and Horn Hill with half of his men, the other went east to besiege Stonehelm, the seat of House Swan. Lord Walter Will was in command of their second force and was one of the few major Dornish lords to publicly support the actions of the Vulture King. Thanks to the hubris and overconfidence of the Vulture King, both hosts met with disaster. Orys Baratheon, the half-brother of the Conqueror, now known as Orys One Hand, after losing his sword hand during the First Dornish War, rode forth from Storm's End one last time to smash the Dornish beneath the walls of Stonehelm. When Lord Walter Will was captured, Lord Orys told him, "Your father took my hand. I claim yours as repayment." He took Walter Will's sword hand, then the other, then both feet. Orys Baratheon, the bastard half-brother and best friend of King Aegon the Conqueror, died on the march back to Storm's End of wounds taken during the battle. His son, Davos, said he died content, smiling at the rotting hands and feet hanging from his tent. The Vulture King fared no better. Capturing Nightsong was not possible, so he marched west, only to have Lady Karen sally forth behind him, joining her forces with Harmon Dondarrion. Meanwhile, Lord Samwell Tarly of Horn Hill suddenly ambushed the Dornish with knights and archers. He became known as Savage Sam when he cut down a dozen Dornishmen with his famed Valyrian steel sword, Heartsbane. Stuck between three forces, the Dornish threw down their spears and shields and ran, but the Marcher Lords rode after them and cut them down in what became known as the Vulture Hunt. The Vulture King was taken alive and tied naked between posts by Savage Sam Tarly. Rumours say he was torn apart by vultures, but more likely he died of thirst. His death saw the end of the Second Dornish War.